Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Halls of Torment. We're going to be continuing our adventure shortly. We just had a pretty good run where we finished off the last of those no ability runs, but now we're going to be doing something a little different. We are going to take abilities, but we have a couple of abilities we need to completely focus on, because other abilities and attacks steal from them the ability to get what they have going on. So, yeah. That's our current plan. So I think this will just double our damage. So I am going to take that. There's probably a better version of that we haven't seen. Yeah, we're gonna take what's been settled here. We're gonna see what Scorching Hand does. If this hurts us, then we're gonna have to probably do that one a different way. But, you know, let's just see what's going on here. So our goal is specifically to just take Arcane Rift. And the requirement is that it basically one-shot enemies. We might have too many things going on for this to work, though. I might need to scale back a bit on what we have going on looking at this. I don't think this ability is going to carry it, so let's actually rejigger that a little bit. Some of this is still fine. I think this is the one that's the real problem. I think maybe I should have taken the one that makes them move towards me, because I think walking around to get these might be a little challenging for this character. But you know, we're gonna make it work. It's definitely going to kill a lot of enemies, so I probably should have tracked that one. But you know, once we get it, we can do whatever we want. Let's see what this has going on. Does it have a basic critical chance? That's actually a pretty good chance too. Oh. So the interesting is that you get a bunch of options that make things do extra damage or less damage. I don't think we actually want that so much. In fact, I don't think we actually need to do anything in particular to win this time. Movement speed doesn't matter, but attack speed, I don't know if we want that. But I guess we need to focus in on damage, so that might be worth doing. Because the goal is not to do the most damage, but the goal is actually to get a bunch of one-shots, so... You know. It is what it is. I guess we should knock a couple of these out to make it a little simpler, because we're not going to need to focus on some of those things. I don't think we need to do double in on crit chance. That one we're actually fine on. Yeah, multi-strike at the expense of damage is not what we want, so thinking we want that second option. Yeah, the reason why I came here is because this place will let us actually do this kind of thing. Just imagine we haven't actually gotten any more of the upgrades for it, for what it can do. So I do see a potential issue in what we had going on. How do we hit that? Well, you can be like that, I guess. Oh, we're on fire. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to reconsider this a little bit. Maybe take off these dudes. Yeah, that fire is what killed us. Okay, so we're trying to do something in particular, so we're gonna have to rejigger a little bit. So the other problem is that we didn't have a way of actually doing damage to that guy. But I think if we didn't get lit on fire, we would have made it work. This is probably what we needed anyway. Like, the other one is nice, and we will get it, but the problem is that, yeah, we had to activate it ourselves. So, that probably is all we needed. So then our adventure becomes keep away. That's a game we can play. So some of these are worth the doubling down on, and some of them are not. This one is. So those are the two that we really could use. Did happen to give us both of them. I mean, this certainly won't be super easy because of how this works, but you know, This is a challenge run for a reason. And I do think it will get easier as we get our upgrades going. The nice thing is we're not going to actually have to go and get all of the scrolls because we're not going to get all the abilities for most of this game. I guess the other nice thing is at least we don't have to chase these things down either, because like that was what the thing is, trying to get to them was hurting us quite a lot. I guess another challenge is we don't specifically have a way of aiming to break open things, but I mean, it might also be the case that we should have taken Cleric just to get some healing. And if that ends up being the case, then so be it, you know. There's probably more than one path that leads to winning this. Okay, yeah, we can get one scroll. There we go. Oh, alright. We're here. That wasn't exactly the intention, but you know, we here now. Well, it's not smooth, but you know, we are making it somehow. We need it, you know. I don't even know if we're close to it. I forgot to tag it. What I do know is that we are trying our best to get it. Well, at least we got rid of them. So the only one of these that doesn't really go against what we have going on is the attack speed. Good to know. So actually, those little arcane things might be acting against what we want to have happen anyway, so maybe that was a bad upgrade to get for this. But in a theoretical sense, it should be working. Even despite that. Even if it doesn't hit every single one perfectly. Considering we haven't finished building it yet either. There's still room for it to become closer to what's needed. magic. So we don't care about anything about magic when it comes to that elemental stuff later. So I do suspect that those little elite guys are actually going to help our cause, because I think this requires us that us hit enemies with a certain amount of hit points, and they definitely have more hit points. Oh, right. That's what that has. Well, I actually don't think any of those help too much. But if I had to pick, this has a smaller multiplier, so I think that's probably more useful. What is our critical chance, though, just so we know? Should theoretically be more of a net positive for us now. Let's not get cornered. Now if we get our achievement, we can actually just pick up all these tomes, which is why I'm not doing anything crazy with them. And then we'll have a pretty strong run off the cuff, even if we didn't do a lot on this part of it. Oh, okay, I wasn't even looking for this. There we go. We did it. We got our achievement finally. Okay. So right off the cuff, let's start fixing our situation a little bit. I was getting a little worried about it. But, you know, we're okay. We're all gonna be okay. I should have trusted the system without worrying about it. That does mean we're not going to get to see it this time, I think. It's okay. We'll see it another time. So this one was pretty hard to use. That's basically my stance on what we did here. Like this ability was hard to utilize effectively. But I'm gonna go wander towards the next scroll. You know, we'll be just fine. We certainly had a bit of a rough beginning, but you know, afterwards I think we're okay. I mean, it definitely wasn't a boring build, even if it wasn't very strong. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna add in this, because it will target things that are close to us, because we need something that will focus in and damage on whatever is chasing us currently. And I'll get us transfixion, because why not? Alright, that gives us plenty to play with. We won't run out of things to level. I'm not sure if we have time to basically capitalize on all of those, but you know, we're gonna try. Well, we gotta speed up, which will help us a little bit getting to where we need to. Definitely doesn't feel as strong as what we've played around with, so. We were successful, but at what cost? I'll take that speed buff. We're gonna need it if we're gonna get there. That's for sure. I didn't even see that treasure chest there. Huh. Interesting. I guess we were too far away to register it in our eyes. Well, it's not exactly in our way, but you know, we'll get it on the way back, I suppose. So our primary goal is this scroll over here. Well, that'll work. Oh, hello, friend. We're not so busy we can't take time out of our day to play with the slime. Gonna head back, but we'll take that first. Well, at least it seems like we're gonna have time for everything we wanted, so... yay to that, I suppose. Oh, there you are. What are you offering? I don't know if I care about that. Eh. Alright. Now we are almost all the way back to where we wanted to be. We can get all 3 of those tomes. Well, we don't have a particular goal at this point. Just kinda float around. Kinda looking off and on just for where the advanced well is. I think it'll still appear next to us if we beat the boss. But it's usually about 50 to 100 away from starting area. Oh, actually, we just find it, you know? Or we just find it. I didn't actually want any of those in particular, but might as well set something back. So we're kind of just gonna come chill next to one of these. Like, we're not especially strong, but I kind of feel like we're decent, considering how we spent most of the time. We didn't spend much time leveling up at all. And we do have multiple magnets now. So we'll take a pre-magnet. Oh, last moment. I was kind of saving it for that. But yeah, in the future we're going to be kind of trying to stack up that and see if that just turns out to be better damage for us overall. I do have a suspicion it might lead to higher higher results. Well, I mean, we're just invincible, man. You're gonna be in real trouble. He did hang in there a little better than some of the other ones, though. What do we get? Restless Wheel. Interesting. Well, we just got the one achievement, but it was tricky enough. So this is the one we're going to be trying to get. So the problem with doing this otherwise was that everything else was... there weren't enough enemies in one spot to hit him because everything else was killing him. So we not only are we stacking critical hit, like critical is the only thing that matters in this, honestly. Like a damage doesn't matter at all. I don't think any of these are going to help us with that. So we might as well just go with the default multi-strike, because at least that will let us do more attacks, I guess. I think it'll make it have a chance to hit more targets. Let us see what else is going on. None of that affects critical, so we're fine with what we have. Our rings are totally the best in socket. None of these actually affect critical, but I guess attack speed. That's critical bonus, but we want critical chance, from what I understand. It's not about how hard we hit them, it's about overcritting. And technically getting one of the other rings that does critical a different way might also be useful, but we'll take that road if we need to. This might already be fine. Do we want to bet on that? Maybe we'll just take it, and then we'll aim for a different ring to show up. Let's hope for that. So on that note,
Step closer. Be careful down there.
Greetings.
we're gonna go with that.
May wisdom guide you.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. We might die. Let's do it. Let's see what the new one is, even though we're probably not going to specifically use it. For this challenge, unless it works in our favor. Guess I shouldn't count it out yet. Oh. Is that even a problem? It might be a problem in the sense that it might get us killed, because we are building up. But if we had a stronger setup, that wouldn't even be so bad, because it caps out. We're going to keep that in mind for the future. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to try to get the other abilities one sorted. Y'all take care, and I'll see you in a moment. Bye-bye.